And that man is Frank Kaminsky for the game. No!
And they decide to hug it out before the horn to conclude this one.
With 4 losses in 5 games, things could not have gotten any worse for Partizan in the 2023-24 EuroLeague season. With each defeat looking worse than the previous one, fans were questioning whether Partizan would be able to come back from such a deep hole. The upcoming game was against Maccabi Tel Aviv, and the packed Belgrade arena was ready to give them the boost that the home team desperately needed. But as the game started, the nightmare for Partizan continued as Maccabi opened up the game with a 16-0 run, holding Partizan scoreless for the first 6 minutes of the quarter.
Partizan up top. He gets his shot rejected. Baldwin with another one. Swats away. And he speeds upstairs with just Nebo!
After a while, Partizan finally scored their first points of the game, getting a 3-pointer from Bruno Caboclo to go in for them, and another bucket on the next possession, which gave a glimpse of coming back. However, Maccabi was not planning on letting go, as they made another run to close the first quarter with a 21-11 lead.
Shooter the ball himself, and he makes the shot. And that's going to go as an assist as Antonius Cleveland picks up the loose ball.
This was Partizan's lowest scoring first quarter in the entire season. Surely things could not have gone any worse than this. But they actually did, as Maccabi proceeded to dominate in the second period.
Down low, as it's snatched away. But even when they almost turn it over, the ball goes back.
It seemed as if everything was falling for them, and the home team could not hit anything. The black and white were struggling to get to their usual spots, as Maccabi showcased great defense on multiple possessions. The offensive struggles started to get into the players' heads, which opened up another opportunity for Maccabi to go on a run and get to a lead as big as 24 points.
They could stop right now, but they can't. Black, who has matured into a top quality Lat, whipped cross court. Lat again, his spot. He makes it at the buzzer. Tamir Blatt.
Heading into halftime, Partizan were even fortunate to be down by only 16, but they still desperately needed a change. Maccabi was shooting 8 of 14 for 3 as they got way too many open looks in transition. The only good thing for Partizan were PJ Dozier and James Nunnally, who kept them somewhat alive with their shooting and energy.
Step back, jump shot blocked by Caboclo. Finally brings something positive to his team. Nunnally answers the call. James Nunnally so reliable. Silences the crowd. Nunnally though.
Even though Partizan entered the second half trailing in double digits, their late second quarter efforts could give the fans in Belgrade Arena a sliver of hope for a comeback. Željko Obradović switched the lineup for the third quarter, starting the second half with Ognjen Jaramaz and Uroš Trifunović on the court. And that turned out to be a genius move, as the two changed the momentum of the game with these amazing hustle plays.
Smailagić with the hustle, the ball. Well, how's about that? How's about that? Trifunović and Smailagić, flat as a pancake in the first half. We see the hustle play here. Trifunović keeps it alive and Jaramaz runs down the loose ball.
While Maccabi and Wade Baldwin didn't play on giving up the lead, Partizan's engine had already been started. They got their desire back and the crowd was louder than ever. This is when James Nunnally took over once again, scoring 7 straight points to cut the lead to just 5.
Now Nunnally against Brown. Quick one dribble drop step. He gets the points. Now Webb, the third. Ugly jump shot. Jaramaz, who else with the hustle play? And in transition, Nunnally from deep. And the roof comes off the Stark Arena!
With Maccabi now having all eyes on James Nunnally, it was time for Zach Ledee and Trifunović to step up with 3-pointers of their own to make it a one-possession game.
Nunnally has something to do with it, yes, as Trifunović makes the 3! Nunnally again drives, kicks. Ledee for 3. Zach Ledee!
And on the other end, Bruno Caboclo turned into prime Dikembe Mutombo, swatting away every shot in his sight to turn defense into offense for a complete Partizan comeback.
Then a rejection from Caboclo. And Ledee in transition. Nunnally gets the game tied. To get a 24-point lead. Oh my word! Bruno Caboclo, where have you been all my life? As Zagladej gets fouled on the way to the basket, it's another three-point play opportunity.
Partizan even had the lead at the end of the third quarter, but not for long, as Wade Baldwin tied the game once again with a tough bucket. Everything was going in Partizan's favor as they won the third quarter 31-15 and had all the momentum entering the fourth. It almost seemed too good to be true for them. But then,
even then, committing the foul, that was the only thing to do because he was going to get scored on. Offensive foul called on Nunnally, saying he stuck the elbow out. And bearing in mind, he got an unsportsmanlike foul for that in the first half.
This foul by James Nunnally was upgraded to an unsportsmanlike, which was his second of the game, as he was called for another one earlier in the third quarter. With the fourth period just starting and the game tied, Partizan had to play the remainder of the game without their hottest player. However, instead of getting discouraged, the team elevated the level of play, sparked by the hometown hero, Alen Smailagic.
Here comes punter. Garamaj, though, keeps it. Smailagic wants to be the hero, and is the hero! From down 24, Partizan leads by 6.
Maccabi gave everything they could to get the lead back, but it was definitely too late for them, as PJ Dozier completely took over the game in Nunnally's absence.
Dozier can! PJ Dozier! Hesitant now, they got to stay the way they played earlier in this game. Dozier, one-on-one with Sorkin. The step back, makes the two, PJ Dozier! And
when Maccabi tried to come back for the last time, this was the ultimate sequence for Partizan to cap off the historic comeback.
And that will surely be it. What a comeback. Punter at the buzzer with an exclamation mark.
Unbelievable resilience by Partizan, willing their way to a legendary comeback. With the deficit as big as 24, this comeback is the biggest in their franchise history. It was also the fourth largest comeback for a victory in EuroLeague history, making this run even more legendary. What brought them back in the game was their paint presence, grabbing 44 rebounds, 14 of which were offensive, opening up a lot of second chance opportunities for them. While James Nunnally and PJ Dozier led the way with 20 and 23 points respectively, as Željko Obradović said, it was the complete team effort that made the comeback possible for the black and white.
What happened in the second half?
Yes, that we changed defense and we was very, very aggressive, playing really in the proper way offensively. This is it. Let's see if this game serves us to understand a little bit better how we need to play every game.
These guys are masters at creating dramatic endings, and you gotta check them out in this epic battle against Real Madrid, where Eddie Tavares went God mode to save his team from elimination. Click right here to check it out and subscribe for more EuroLeague content. Peace out.